Are we live?
The demand for full stack developers is at its
Yes,
peak
Yeah,
in
we
the
we are
industry.
live.
But how do
Start
you make
now.
the most of it?
Hello guys. Welcome to today's weekend show with Chartmojo. And before proceeding with our session today, I'll just like to put out the disclaimer. This video is purely made for educational purpose only. We are not advising any trading or investment ideas. Chartmojo won't bear any responsibility for any trading losses you might incur as a result of using this learning. One is free to choose whether or not to follow the learnings and create a position in the market at his or her own risk. Remember, it is one of the riskiest investment forms possible, and we might be having our own position in the mentioned stocks. So that's it. And good afternoon, Devraj. Let's begin.
Yeah, good afternoon. Okay, so starting up. We will be discussing four stock which is put up on. So let me open first. So we will go one by one. So right now we can see the chart of Reddington. Okay. So if you see, it has formed ascending triangle two times, and right now it is forming a rectangle pattern. So if 190 level is taken out, we will see a breakout, and this is a weekly chart, and we will get a nice breakout from this counter of a rectangle continuation pattern. We can also see a good volume spike, okay, volume happening in the recent week. So this might be a good play, okay, good play for someone who wants to keep a stock for 2 months, kind of a thing. Okay, this will act as a positional setup once the resistance. So our next counter, which we have put, select. Yes. So our next counter will be Panama Petrol. Okay. Now, if you see this Panama Petrol, okay, you can see two times this counter has formed a flag pattern. Okay. Again, here the symmetry was not perfect, but again we have found one pattern. Okay, and we are getting a good uptrend. Now see, this stock on a weekly chart is ready to give a breakout of rising resistance line. You can see clearly here, okay, a rising resistance line has been formed and a falling support. So this pattern is called as also known as broadening pattern or expanding triangle. Both means the same thing. We see volatility slightly increasing. That's why you will find the range increasing. Okay. So once we will get the breakout from 365 level, we will get a good upside move. And in this, if one have to calculate the target, one should plot from the higher base. This one can just draw a vertical line and just plot it here. So you will get the target objective for this. You can also see volume building up. So overall, this is a very nice chart. Is someone again looking for kind of view. Also, this will act as a good intraday play. Someone is looking. So now we will move on our next counter. Okay. So I have not. Here it is. So if you see, next counter is Jindal Worldwide. Okay. So Jindal Worldwide, if you want to see, this has formed a rectangle pattern. Okay, rectangle continuation pattern. But here we are seeing an overhead resistance. So if we see, whenever this stock take out 370 level, okay, 360 level, so 360 level, after that we will get a good breakout of this rectangle pattern. Now, whenever there is a overhead resistance, okay, now this is called as a overhead resistance. Okay, you can see my cursor moving here. Uh, when this is taken out, we will get a confirmation directly in this pattern. Okay, when remember, whenever there is an overhead resistance in a pattern, so that resistance will act as a confirmation. If that is taken out, then we will surely see target of this rectangle pattern coming up. You can see the stock is in healthy good uptrend, And we can also see recently there is a good, and this is on a daily chart. If we get a successful breakout, we can see stock performing well for a coming 1 month. Also see. So our last counter, I will just tell you the last counter and then on. So our last counter is Voltas. Okay, see the Voltas counter. Okay, you can see a rectangle formation. Uh, Earlier we have saw one rectangle formation. We have got a breakout and its target has been achieved. Now we can see another rectangle formation. Now, if you see carefully, what Sunil have marked here is a 4 week of consolidation. Okay, this is the squeeze. Okay, in this case, the squeeze is not literally the volatility contraction, but in this case, we can see the price is hitting the resistance and the price is coming down. Okay, so we can see here there are some interested party, there are some interested buyers who are not letting this price again touch this support level, and this we can see for the past 4 week when the market was giving us various news. Okay, we can also see the Russian this attack on the Ukraine, and despite of all those things, despite of all those volatility in the market, this stock is standing still near its resistance level. Okay, now this is a very good setup. Once we get a breakout from 1350 level, 1350, we can see a good upside in this counter. Okay, and we can also see the same, the rectangle pattern target, and when we will see a breakout, we will definitely see a volume increase. So I think so 2 3x of a volume we will. That's why in this chart we have written the volume. Yes. So now what we will do, now we will ask question from our audience, but just before going asking of our audience, I will just give you a quick view on the Nifty. So as you know, we do a daily episode, and I will just give you a quick view of the Nifty. Now see, so Infi result has came, result not good, and that's why we can see some fall in ADR. So if we see the morning reaction on Monday of the speculator, it might be they might be hammering Nifty and other IT counters, because of which Nifty might test this level 17 17, this kind of a gap fill, and if we get a closing below this gap, then it will be a bearish signal in Nifty, and we might see further Nifty falling down to the 1700 level. Okay, 17,000 level. So this one thing we need to take care of in Monday market is how the IT will, and I think the bank Nifty will able to withhold fall in IT, and we can see some definitely some buying the banking count. I think the money will get into some good banking counters. So bank Nifty, just quickly go through bank Nifty. So if bank Nifty sustained about 3700, okay, 37,000, we will be it will be very good. Okay, and we can see some upside in the bank Nifty if this level is maintained within first hour of trade. Okay, so 37,000 the level should be maintained, and in Nifty, this gap should be maintained on a closing basis. If the market goes, if some good news comes, any or Ukraine seriously good comes out, then we will see a breakout above, but the chances are quite. So mostly those who are doing intraday can look opportunity near gap level. Otherwise, for positional, just wait for the closing. If closing is below this level, then further downside of 17 open. Uh, so this is the view on the this Nifty and bank. Okay. And our last view on crude. Okay, so mostly crude is trying to give a breakout. Okay, if we see crude trading above 113, 114 level, then this will definitely again hurt the sentiment. Again, the inflation matters. So I think so, Abhishek. This is for our Monday. Now you can start taking questions for audience.
Uh, is your audio connection good? Where people are asking your audio is not proper.
Okay, so am I audible? Uh, just comment yes. Those of you, you can just type yes if my audio is good. Then we can proceed further.
Also, in the meantime, can you say few sectors that you are thinking is which you think is good bullish for the coming week?
If someone wants to, do sector, then energy is looking. Metal is again okay. Energy and metal, these are only performing. Okay, the inflation is there, so there are uncertainty on the supply side. That's why these two sector is looking okay and metal. And apart from that, banking one can now look if IT,
Okay, so let's take the stocks.
yes.
First is by Hiraj Singh. He wants to know about Bharat Electronics.
Bell. Okay, so Bell has given a breakout. Yes. So Bell has given a breakout. If someone is holding, okay, we have also discussed. Simply just for a target objective, just calculate the distance for this after the breakout. So you can see our technical targets comes around. This is a good to hold. Now see, in this case, if someone wants to make a fresh position, then I think so they should not make here, because here the risk reward will be 1 is to 0.75. So this is not a good RR ratio. So one can wait for a pullback or for another continuation pattern forming near 260. Yes, Abhishek. So this is a good hold. If some fresh buy, for good RR, one can wait for pattern form a pullback.
Yeah, so next is OAL.
And now see counter. So my video is going to come on Monday. Okay, that is on the Dow theory and on the trend analysis. So tomorrow you will going to see that video. Okay, around 10-11 in the morning. So see, now the structure of this chart is not good. Okay, also no pattern is forming up. One can argue a parent kind of formation is happening, but I think the structure is not. So the chart is clearly showing, it has turned up in a downtrend, and one should avoid these kind of count. Okay? Especially the volume is also thin. You see the volume 5,000. Normally, we don't like to trade where the thins very thin. And secondly, the this has formed, this has gone into a downtrend, and can't see any pattern forming. Okay, reversal. So fresh entry should be avoided. If someone is holding, then one can wait. This big candle, one long greenish candle. Okay. Uh, Below this swing, one can keep an SL. If this SL is taken out, this low SL, then I think so can avoid these. No fresh position. Yes, Abhishek.
Next is APL Limited.
Alamic Pharma, right? Again, the pharma counters are not looking, not making fresh position. Yeah. See, in this particular counter, we can see a good gap down. Okay, here the breakaway. Okay, gap. यहाँ पे हमें एक with the gap we have gotten a breakdown. So this gap is very will act as an resistance for quite some time. We have seen the chart of NMDC. Same thing was there. Now that gap has and the counter is up. In this particular stock, I think so. This stock will face a multiple resistance at 850. If someone is holding, uh, then one can hold. But in this kind of stock, you can't do. You can't expect more return, 20-30%. Okay. Um, you might hear some of the news regarding next COVID wave and all those stuff. But on technical pattern, there is no signal yet. If someone wants to trade in this counter, one should go above 900. When this gap is filled and we see some positive sign, then above 900 we can get some entry. But again, the counter will face two hurdles, 1030 and 1120. So if someone is holding, one can wait, no fresh position. Yes, Abhishek.
Next is BEPL.
PEP. Yes, see this. Again, this is not a good counter, okay, for a trade. See, whenever you see a down structure like this, I'm going to get clarify in this video. If you see, this has gone into a downtrend, and if we hope that this stock is now available 220 का अभी यार हमें 130 का मिल रहा है at 130, then we can just buy and we can wait. तो ये this is kind of a hope trading. ठीक है, हमें hope आ रहा है कि यार ये जो काउंटर इतना करेक्ट हुआ है, the counter which is corrected almost 50%, it will go again reach its peak high. So we should not do such kind of a trade. Now see what signal we are getting in this counter. So this counter is weak, definitely weak. Okay, weaker than the Nifty, all the indices, and this is showing no sign. Okay, no reversal sign, no reversal pattern is also forming. You can see here some consolidation right now. Okay, so if anyone is holding, see, one can hold for some more time, 1 2 week. If this resistance is taken out, then it's good, 150. Otherwise, no fresh position should be made in such kind of a counter. We have very good momentum counter, right? One can make, okay, and one should avoid fresh position. Also, do not do averaging in such kind of a counter. Most of the time, we just keep on trading and go stock mind. Yes, next counter.
Next is Ruchi Soya and Titan.
Ruchi Soya. Yeah, there was a recent FPO. Okay, now see this kind of a chart structure. We can see lots of gap ups, gap downs, and recently all the news activity, the stakes, life, and in this kind of a counter, it is too volatile. Now, if you see the price structure of this, okay, even if I want to put a stop loss, okay, now this I am talking specifically from a trading point of view. See the price structure of this count, the price action of this counter is not good for trading. You can see gap ups, and good swing. See this whenever there is here some prices, so it might hit our SL, okay, and you can see recent activity also. The chart is very choppy here. So if someone is holding, then continue to do so. Okay, I'm not talking on the fundamental aspects, but on the technical aspects, one should wait. Because the movement is very choppy.
Next is Titan.
And on the Ruchi Shoya, just one more point. See, you can't see any pattern here. Okay? Once we see some chart pattern formation, then you can definitely look. So we want more clarity here. Once price go here, make some consolidation, continuation chart pattern, then we can. Yes, Abhishek. Next.
Next is Titan.
Just Titan, we have also picked our stock idea. It has given a breakout. It has also given a confirmation, but it has hit our SL. The SL level was this SL. Right now, Titan is consolidating. Want to make a rising trend. Okay. This stock might touch these, and one can someone wants to think, but say you need to be disciplined with all this type of trade category. If you are not disciplined while playing this kind of a trend line support and counter, then making a reversal, then then might be very hard for you to exit a losing position. So remember, when you want to trade kind of a setup, when counter comes and you want to do some counter comes here, you see a bullish engulfing candlestick signal also, then you can keep a SL below that candle. That thing one can do, but just counter touch here and you are buying, then that's not. Here we are getting a hammer pattern, and uske baad we are getting a confirmation. Then one can buy at this trend line. Same thing again repeats here. Then one can definitely buy here for a target of the above consolidation resistance. Someone is holding this counter, okay, for a long term, or you can positional view for a momentum play. Right now the momentum is dried up, but someone looking for a positional view, okay, now theory structure can hold this counter.
Next is Adani Wilmar.
Adani Wilma. Yes, so I think so. We have given our stock idea on this around the now the stock has run up, and we can get a breakout about a minor swing. See, right now we are not getting a definite, SL. If someone is holding, then one can continue to trail this. Okay, so one can continue to trail this. Whenever this counter will make a swing low like this, it will, it will reverse from 9 EMA on. So the counter will keep on trailing that. Once that is taken out, one can exit their trailing position. So those who are holding in this counter can continue. Fresh position should be avoided, as you will not get a good stop loss level. Okay, or RR will not be the one way rally. The lower circuit here again. You can see a dragonfly doji formation also. Buying pressure again. So yeah, if one wants to keep a small SL, then continue to hold if someone is.
Yeah, next is Adani Port.
The Adani Port is not able to take out in the Adani. Uh, so it has, now consolidating around previous register. So now if someone have made a position around this level, okay, when we have also given our stop around this, it has run up nicely, but it is now consolidating around its resistance. So one can look this counter above 900 to make a fresh position. Okay. If someone is holding, then continue to. Uh, if you want to, uh, wait for a pattern here. If this stock consolidate for more, let's say, for 3 weeks, then this will definitely form a pattern here, and you can keep that pattern SL whenever it breaks. So one can directly take position if some pattern emerges. One need not to wait for 900 level. But the condition is that we want some more consolidation. So first, it might we see further consolidation. We might see volatility contraction happen. We see one or two touch at the lower support. One can then preempt this breakout. But if directly this counter is challenging, in next Monday session, just wait for 905 level and yes, Abhishek.
Next is Estrel.
Well, yeah. So we have given this, okay, as a mean to reversion. We have idea as mean, and we can see the counter has cleared this previous support. See this. This was support which acted as a resistance. We can see change of polarity happening, and now we can see a good breakout in this from this resistance. Also, there was good closing. Okay, one can, if someone wants a small SL in this, one can just this low candle act as a very This has formed a trend line also here, the time frame. So this level 2040 on a closing is as an foreign small, small risk here. There is a small risk, and the target which comes in the pattern is first 2350, and the second will be 2500. So a small SL and a good target. Someone who wants, someone is yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, so the next is Chambal Fertilizer.
Chambal. Yeah, so Chambal is, trying to give breakout from this level. Okay. If you can see all the other fertilizer space, okay, all the other fertilizer counter, we can see definitely a good run up. GNFC is giving a good run up. Other fertilizer stock is also run up. So whenever we get a breakout from this 500 level, see, right now we can see 493 acting as a resistance. So now we will put a psychological level here. 500 will act as a good psychological resistance. Also, we are getting this, previous swing high resistance near 486, 490. So, we will wait for more 5 to 7 rupees here. Okay. Whenever this stocks clear 500 rupees, okay, in intraday, we will definitely get a sharp up move. But if stock is able to close above 500, then definitely, yeah, good buy. Till then, someone is holding, then continue. Fresh position should be made when this counter, gives a breakout above 5. Yes, Abhishek.
Next is HAL.
The HL have given a breakout. Okay, we have also covered this. And right now, if someone wants to, for the target of an inverse HNS, so what we need to do, we need to measure the distance from neckline to head. Okay. This is almost 50% of its around this level. One can wait for the target, some of the profit. Fresh position should be avoided here because there is no, near stop loss level. So if someone wants to still take a position, then your stop loss, will go below this candle, which is around 50. Okay? So that your RR will not. Now, someone is holding and continue targets. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, so next stock is Adani Ports.
Adani Ports I have given.
Okay, we've covered it, right? So next is Jubilant and Grevia.
Great, yeah. See, this has gone into an downtrend. Okay, a clear downtrend structure. Here there was consolidation. Okay. So fresh position should be avoided in such because someone is holding to, holding this particular counter or wants to average this. So I will say don't average. In can see a good run up. See, the run up was very healthy. It was making higher highs and higher lows. It was a seamless uptrend. Okay, and here we can see one way downtrend. Now this rally might also end up around 283. So one should definitely avoid some kind of counter. Fresh position should be definitely avoided in this. Anyone have taken a position, then just keep a SL of this swing low. If it works, it works. Otherwise, might also fall.
Next is Pokarna, Pokarna.
See, this is in a uptrend. Okay, this counter have broken its trend line. आप एक ऐसा ट्रेंड लाइन बनाओगे तो आपको पता चलेगा ये काउंटर ने यहाँ taken out this trend line, and again it has regained its trend line. See, you can see the consolidation was on the trend line level only. But again it is trying to give a break. But I think so this might form a or a descending. Again, this is a sideways consolidation. These are the characteristics of sideways consolidation. So any fresh position above the recent swing high hit 40 level, and if someone is holding, then continue to hold. And when SL below this, okay, if the counter start going this below swing low, then it form a down. This swing low will act as a good. Yes, Abhishek.
It's TCS.
Abhishek, is my sound proper?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. TCS. Again, say IT counters are into a sideways zone. Some of the IT counter, okay, might see some fall. Okay, we can see some high attrition rate. Also on some of the mid cap stocks like Birlasoft. Okay, so it has came in a stock idea, but its SLS hit. Okay, and that counter has shown a lower circuit in the intraday session. So those IT company, okay, especially mid cap and small cap IT company might fall more than their larger counterparts. TCS is a safe counter, okay. You might see this counter again consolidating for more 1 or 2. So someone is interested in making a fresh position here, so should wait for the recent highs. Okay, recent highs one should wait. If someone gets a pattern here, okay, if this turn out to be into inverse HNS, which I don't think the middle this will turn out, then that will be a different story. But I think if someone wants to add this, just wait for this level, 3500 to 3400 level. One can get a chance to accumulate this stock into this support zone. Rest, wait, don't go in this counter. You can see good momentum counter in other sectors. If someone is holding, then sure, technical point. If someone have holding power for let's say 1 year, 2 year, definitely hold. I am not talking on the fundamental basis, only on technical basis. One should accumulate this around 300, 3,500. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, next is Lakshmi Organics.
This is consolidating. Okay, this is consolidating at this 400 levels. Okay. The price actions, the stock has clearly lost the momentum. Now volume action is also not happening in this particular counter. See, there was a lot of volume action happening in this counter, and when it started, falling down and consolidating, can't see significant volume action. Recently, we have seen some volume spikes at this level. There was a no volume spike. Now we can see some volume triggers, but one should simply wait 500 level. Once a stock takes out 500 level, then one can see a upside till the previous which comes around 600. So let's say if this swing sustains, okay, and make a again try to go up, okay. So you can get a small SL here, okay. 30 to 40 rupees SL will be there once 500 level is down, and one can pay for 600. Yes, someone is holding definitely. Next stock, Abhishek.
Next is JSW Steel.
Yeah, so this has again come in our stock idea. Uh, so whenever we get a breakout, slightly we can see here also there is a pattern under pattern. Okay, we call this pattern as an falling right angle falling descending wedge. So once we get a breakout, we can see the target of this pattern comes almost 300. Okay, so 250 around and get this once we get a confirmation of this. Also, this forms under we can see another pattern in this bigger pattern which is an falling channel, and we can see its target also cutting So basically, what will happen if we get a good breakout here with a good green candle, and its high is taken out, then definitely target will also get over, and a bigger pattern target will be, the journey will start for the bigger pattern. So one should wait, and one can make a fresh long above 800 level, or whenever this gives a green candle above this breakout, and next day we see, next day in an hourly or in an intraday chart, next day the previous day high is taken out, then we will get a confirmation, take a position. Your stop loss also will be this minor swing. Oh, okay, 720, and yes, but yeah, we need to get a close above this. Yes, Abhishek.
Next is Kothari Petro. Dikshant is asking that breakout is done above the level 105, and is it getting ready for ATH? So he wants a bigger picture of the stock.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think in a symmetrical triangle, you can see the structure was in a, and when we can see a breakout happening, we can also see, we can see this level, 120 level. This level will be reached. Okay, so it has a very high probability that this counter will touch this. Now, as per the target of this symmetrical triangle, we need to calculate your first triangle. I will just squeeze the chart little bit, and your target comes to be around 140 level. One can definitely wait for this target getting achieved. Here the stop loss is very, loss is good. You can get 1:4 RR. Okay, 95 will be your SL. Yes, so someone have made a position very good, a position in such kind of a good uptrend stock. One can see stock was in uptrend. Stock shown a good chart pattern. Okay, consolidation chart pattern, asymmetric, and it has given a breakout from that pattern. So definitely one should look for this kind of stock to. Yes.
Next is APL Apollo.
See this, it has formed. We have given our stock idea here. Okay, around this particular spot, then mean to reversion. Now we can see this counter have taken out an inverse HNS. Okay, its neckline is also okay. Now the hurdle will become for this counter is 1100 to 11120. If someone wants to trail this, okay, wants to having position, simply don't afraid from this resistance. Okay, one can put a SL just below this neckline. If one is uh, if this resistance zone is taken out, okay, 1100 to 1120, then definitely we will see a good upside from. So one can continue to hold so, because we first up and target get of this pattern based target around 1180 to 1200. Yes, Abhishek. Next count.
Next is Prince Pipe.
See, this is in a sideways consolidation. It's for a year now for this year. Okay. We see volume action occurring in this counter, but we can't see some momentum generating. Okay. Uh, so right now also, someone wants to take a trade only in this counter. One can wait for a 740 to 750 level getting out, then only take a trade in this if someone wants to trade in this kind of counter, because as we have seen, there are lot many counters available. Uh, some good price action pattern in an healthy uptrend. Now this is on a sideways for a year, so someone still want to take a position above 750 level. This will show a good momentum till the resistance. But right now one should avoid. Someone is holding, then yes, Abhishek.
Next is HCL Tech.
Yeah, see HCL Tech again on an consolidating on some very good swing high. Here there was a inverse HNS pattern coming up. That was also, but again we have seen in the recent IT sell-off which is happening in. So one can get this counter, one can wait and see a clear good zone. Okay, this zone has acted as a resistance. One can see this. This zone has acted as a resistance. The same zone will now act as a support. So if one wants to buy this counter, one can only wait for 1050. This level might come uh, and should only avoid. See, in this such kind of a counter, even if you get a breakout, let's say if someone say, what if price starts to, will see price going here and then again. So one should avoid any long position in this counter. Especially HCL has also underperformed its IT sector, where Mindtree and other IT stocks have given uh, this counter has failed to do so. I think so, right? And one still wants to upgrade and continue to do so around support. Next counter,
Dixon Technology.
the next one. Now Dixon is also, yes. We have also given this as a mean to reversion trade. I'm not sure. I was looking at this chart. But again, the momentum has been lost in this counter. Okay, if someone wants to make a fresh position, then you can see this level. This was acting as a support. This will now definitely act as a resistance. So just as a safety, also this counter also shows some wild swings. So whenever this counter closes above 5,000, one can look for to make an for a long side. Till then, just avoid this counter. Okay, avoid this counter. If someone is holding, then if someone is holding for trading purpose, not for investment purpose, then can look for some other counter where there is a movement. Yes, Abhishek. So avoid this.
Next is UPL.
Yes. Real chart. You can see a pattern forming up. The falling pattern same which we have seen in JSW rectangle fall, and we might see a breakout in stock. Okay, around 860. Yeah, the symmetry could have been more perfect, but I think the breakout level will be around 860. Whenever this counter takes out 865 level, then it will surely show us a good up move. Till then, if someone is holding, then continue to hold. Otherwise, uh, one can wait and for an high 860 a fresh long. Someone is holding this counter, definitely one can stocks good momentum. You can see there is a V-shaped recovery in this happening. We can see there stock also tried to take out previous swing high. Okay, the stock went down for having 4 days holiday. So one can definitely wait. I think so. Definitely. Yes, Amish.
Yeah. Next is ETP, Easy Trip Planners. Just see Easy Trip Planners. You'll get.
Yeah, this is a very good counter. Whoever is okay. Now you can see before breakout, this has given a good consolidation for 2 weeks. and then we can see a breakout candle and next day confirmation. Someone is counter, okay, can continue to hold, and so it will achieve target soon 80% achieved. So there was a good basing pattern in this. The target comes level. Stock has already hit around. One can continue to do so. I think so. The stock will again. Yes, a very good counter. Whoever has. If someone wants to take a fresh position, then just wait for some bullish engulfing candle or some candle signal. One can enter, but see, if you want to enter here on a candle signal, you can't keep a stop loss here. Okay, someone wants to wants to ride or make position in a stock which have already run up this. So if you want to play with a small SL, then always here a bullish candlestick pattern will form. In each, yeah, below that candle, you can keep an SL, but that become risky. That's why I generally don't tell the retail friends and to make a position in that style of trade. So one can avoid if someone wants to make a fresh position. Um, just wait for some pattern forming up here or at 460 can add. But those who have entered this counter definitely wait for it. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, next is RCF.
So this has also out. Yeah, it's also given a breakout. We can see the rectangle formation played out here. The target almost getting achieved here. Now, once this rectangle formation target has almost achieved 1 2 rupees here and there, someone else then sold here the profit at this level. Now there is a bigger pattern, I think so, playing out in the a falling resistance. Yes. So this bigger pattern might play out. Okay. So if someone wants to play this bigger pattern, okay, one can add position around this level 95, around 95 level, and SL will become 88. If this works, it will work. If it won't, then you have to respect. But if it works, then definitely you can see this going till playing out this bigger pattern here also, and you can see 141 network. Yes, someone is holding can continue to hold. Someone wants to add, then wait for some 6 to 7. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, next is GSFC.
So, I think so. We have stock ideas. Uh, Broadening wedge. Okay, sending broad. You can see a broadening. And if I want to see see this price action, people want this stock to go down, but again there is some buying coming. Okay, so I think so. This stock might consolidate here and give us a parent kind of a formation and give. So someone is holding, then definitely hold this counter. Someone wants to make a fresh position. So I'm now this will become for an swing trader. Okay, setup which I'm showing for swing trader. So whenever this level is taken out with a nice good level, 180 to 183, ये लेवल निकलेगा तो एक स्विंग ट्रेडिंग की अपॉर्चुनिटी बनेगी take with an SL of this previous swing low, whatever it is. Might also happen one more red candle come and then momentum will. Okay. So this is a good counter. Continue to hold in this fresh position. Will should make only when there is a signal here above this falling resistance. Yes, Abhishek.
Yes, next is Sham Metallics.
Yeah, metallics and energy, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to see particular count, uh, okay. So this is giving a breakout, from a double bottom form. The symmetry is not good here, but mostly this counter is trying to give a out from a double bottom form. The trend reversal pattern. I want to now. Someone wants to play out this pattern. The stock is also at a pullback level. The target will be around 410 level. Okay. So if someone wants to play out this pattern, one can play. But see, now you have identified this pattern on a pullback. There was a breakout of this pattern. There happened one time pullback here. You can see one pullback was done here. The counter is taking second pullback, which shows us there is a loss in momentum. Okay, which shows us there is a loss in momentum. Now, if someone wants to take a position and wants to play this counter, we can see a falling resistance line. Whenever this counter clears this line, okay, and for a safety reason, we will keep this candle, okay, 375 level, because here we can see a bunch of consolidation. When this counter closes above 375 level, we can get this pattern playing out, double bottom pattern, and we can target up. Okay, and SL will be here to this level. Only the condition is wait for this counter to close above 3, then and play out for this. Yes. Next counter.
Next is Delta Corp.
Well, yes. So we have given as an rectangle continuation. This has also occurred in a stock idea as an rectangle continuation. It went 30% of the target of, but then is giving a retest. Now, if someone wants to, those trader who like to play retest, okay, can play in the stock. Your stop loss, if someone is playing a retest, should be again this wide range breakout here, okay. But if this, if on the Monday or in the upcoming week, we see a good green candle forming here, okay, or some bullish pattern or an bullish engulfing pattern or piercing pattern, uh, any other this kind of a positive signal on a candlestick, then we can keep stop loss to that, to the low of that candle. So I will explain what. Let's say we get an bullish, and this itself will give a signal that buyers are again, are excited in this particular or making a move in this count. At that time, we can keep the low of this candle as an SL. But because the stock is falling and we want to, take a reversal trade, then we can't just simply put SL, at 300 level. That might happen कि market may suddenly some news come, then your level is taken out and then reverse. So for that, if someone wants to preempt that, okay, then your SL will be 285. Someone wants to pull back trade. If someone wants to wait for a confirmation in pullback trade with some green candle forming here, then your SL will become more small. So if aggressive trader, one can definitely add now. If if you are a risk averse kind of a trader, then wait for a signal forming, a good green candle, and then that candle low will the SL, small SL, good upside. Yes.
Yeah, next is Praj Industries.
Yeah, this is also good. This is consolidating, almost for a year now. Someone is holding, from an initial level, okay, and continue to hold because the setup is good. And we can also see here recent. Also, the volume action is. If you see the chart very carefully, uh, we'll draw this level. This was the previous resistance. This level act as an resistance. Okay. There was a breakout. We can see volume formation, good volume, breakout with good volume. We have also seen a breakaway. See this, there was a breakout with a gap. So this is more, a very good signal. But what happened after that is stock went sideways, and then all the news came regarding, all negative sentiment, and because of that, stock went. When this thing, cleared up, when again people recognize that this stock would, we can see a good recovery in this. So basically, if we have not had this all the negative news flow, this stock might have again gone. So this is a very good counter. If someone wants to make a fresh position, see, if I show you recent price action, you can see this resistance line being treated well. So what we will do now, you will simply wait for this swing high, this swing high level to be taken now. You can see stock have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 time resistance. So when 450 is taken out, only see a massive upside move. So definitely this is a very good. Someone wants to make a position, wait for 450. Someone is holding, then continue a good upside. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, next is Berger Paints.
Just a Berger pick. I think two stock more we will be taking. Yeah. The Berger Paint has underperformed Asian paint charts. Right now, if we see Berger Paint, okay, all the crude they done now. One should act above this level. Stock has tried to close above this level, but it has failed to do so. It is forming a falling channel right. So if Berger Paint fails to take out 740, 750 level, okay, we will keep this as a 750. So whenever you see Berger Paint doing a breakout above 750 or closing above 750, we will see this falling channel, pattern formation getting a breakout, and we will see the target achieved there. The target of this pattern the length of this plot, and we can see if the breakout is successful, the stock is able to close above 750, we will definitely see somewhat previous high level. This is the channel target, support and resistance. This channel target. In a worst case scenario, if the counter goes below this swing low, then definitely this will again uh, touch this point somewhere. So if someone wants to make a fresh position, do make above 750 लेवल, थोड़ा 20-25 रुपया आप दे दो एक्स्ट्रा मार्केट को फॉर बेटर क्लैरिटी. आपको बेटर क्लैरिटी आ जाएगा. अब ये फॉलिंग चैनल का टारगेट अचीव है क्योंकि हमें एक ब्रेकआउट मिली. अदरवाइज समवन इज होल्डिंग, देन कंटिन्यू होल्ड दिस काउंटर, बट फ्रेश पोजीशन अब. यस अभिषेक.
Yeah, so that's it for today. Sorry, guys, we couldn't take any more stocks.
If you want to take, we can take one more counter.
Uh, yeah. Let's do it. We'll take CDSL.
CDSL, I think so. We have taken in last live. CDSL has lost the momentum. It is going sideways. When BSE has rallied recently, this was unable to give a rally. So right now it has lost all its momentum. If you see this counter, closing above 1725, then only make a position. If someone is holding and have a holding power, okay, and like to hold only this stock and continue to hold, but you have very good momentum option available in the market. If rightly churn your money, you will get a good benefit. Now in this stock, one should only make position above 1725, okay, or 1740 level when Because see, right now BSC rallied, but this counter failed to do so. So when momentum will come in the counter, that time we will catch. Not we should not park our money and wait for. Yes. So I think so. We are done for the day.
Yes. Yeah, so I hope you guys like this session and will continue to do so every weekend. And let's have a good week ahead of trading. And anything else,
I think
Devraj?
so.
Yeah. Okay.